Well, hey there friends, this week I'm going to give the cards a little bit of a rest and I'm going to show you a coin trick. This trick is a perfect thing to learn for a beginner. It's known as the French drop. Ooh la la. And this is how it's going to look when you learn how to do this amazing trick. That's coming right up right after this. Well, welcome back to Presto Paul TV. I'm your host, Presto Paul, and on this channel, I teach you the best tricks, tips, and techniques on how to do magic for beginners. We have a ton of fun around here. As a matter of fact, our motto says, you gotta have fun, you'll live longer. Let's do just that. Let's have some fun and learn this week's trick. So here is what's called the French drop with a coin. If you want to change things up when you're performing for your friends and family or doing a bunch of card tricks, give the cards a break for a little bit, grab out a coin. I'm using a Morgan silver coin here just so it's easy to see on the screen. So this is what the French drop looks like. You place a coin in your hand, you could show it to everybody, and you just grab it and give it a little squeeze and it will melt completely away. Let's break down how this works. All right, go ahead and grab a coin because I'm going to teach you how to do the French drop. You can use a quarter if you got smaller hands. If you wish, you could use a $50 if you have some of those. Or as I used, it was a Morgan silver dollar because it's a little bit bigger and flashier, catches the light really good, especially on camera like this. So what you're going to do before you start, you want to know how to hold the coin in your hand. I hold it in my dominant hand, my right hand, like this, between my thumb and my middle finger, just like that. You're going to rotate your hand over and you're going to take the coin with your left hand. Start when you're practicing this to do this for real so you know exactly what this looks like. Stand in front of a mirror and really grab a coin. Note where your hands go and what position they're in so you know exactly what to do when you're going to do the sleight of hand maneuver, like dropping it on the floor or onto your table, proving that gravity is still at work in the universe. Anyway, back to the trick. You're going to go like this and you're going to take the coin in your hand several times for real to get comfortable with what it's supposed to look like. When you're going to do the sleight, all you're going to do differently is you're going to relax the pressure on your thumb. These fingers here will cover that momentarily. Your thumb will be in the back like this. The coin will be behind the fingers like that, so nobody's going to see it. Don't do this with open fingers. That kind of gives the secret away. And when your coin is covered by your hands for just that moment, all you're going to do is relax the pressure on your thumb like this. And it's going to fall right into your hand in what's known as the finger palm position. It's just going to drop right there as long as you're holding your hand steady and you cover this up and you just release pressure by just lifting up your thumb just a hair. It will drop like this right into your waiting hand. It does the same thing with a quarter, so you can see it with a quarter. It drops right there where you need it at the base of your fingers for that finger palm position. So when you do the sleight, and I'm going to turn here just a second, I'm going to show you from the back view as well just in a moment. You're going to place your hand over it. The moment that your hand covers that coin, you're going to release it with your thumb like this. So on this angle you can see where my hands are and where the coin is. My thumb's going through this hole. It will not hit your thumb on the drop because this is going to fall right behind your hand here. And then you just cover it up and you take it away just like you did when you practiced it for real. But it is hidden right here in my fingers and it is gone from there. That's how you do the French drop. Let's get into a little bit more finesse and detail of this to make it look absolutely perfect for you. Again, when you do this, you want to take your hand and you're going to gesture with this hand forward. This hand here can just relax and go to your side. Don't just drop it and be like a stiff pole over here. Do what we call the fishy hand. You're just kind of relaxing the hand over here and it's just naturally waving at the side of your hip. And then you can bring attention here by wiggling your thumbs a little bit like you're melting the coin down to a little tiny nothing and have it vanish completely. The whole time you have this over here in your hand and finger palm. Now, what if you wanted to make this a complete vanish? Glad you asked. This is how you do a complete vanish. All you have to do is one extra maneuver. You always need a reason to do something when you're going into your pocket to retain either a magic wand or another coin or whatever it is. You have to justify the reason of going into your pocket. That way they can't backtrack and think that you went in there fishy and were rummaging around for something. So you do the maneuver and you bring all attention up here and you're wiggling, you say, oh wait, just a second, and this is a cool point. You can gesture with this hand with the coin in finger palm. This is called the Ramsey subtlety. You keep in your fingers like this, and you can see the coin is behind here, but you can't see it. As long as you do a quick gesture like that, nobody's gonna catch you. and just practice it in the mirror so you see your angles. And you reach into your pocket to pull out some magic pixie dust and drop the coin in the pocket as you do. Now, it's very important that you grind your fresh pixies. Put them in the blender, set it to like a medium-high heat, but get the kids out of the house when you do this, because these pixies, they scream when you're mixing them up in the blender. So anyway, so you take your pixie dust and you sprinkle it over that coin and it disappears completely. You have a complete vanish of a coin. Oh, hey, sorry to interrupt. Hey, if you're enjoying my content and you want to see more videos like this, be sure to give me a thumbs up so you can watch more of these episodes and you will become somebody special. All right, so here is my point of view on how to do the French drop. Again, just to recap, you got it between your thumb and middle finger. You can rest your ring finger and point your finger on the side if you wish, but it is not necessary. The actual maneuver is lifting your thumb up slightly, letting go of the pressure like this, and your coin will fall right there into that finger palm position, which you can gently curl your fingers back. That way you can gesture with it. You can point at somebody, or you can go into your pocket and get rid of it, like I showed you in that other portion of the video. But when you put your hand in front of here, that's the timing you have to work on. You have to get the timing right so that your fingers cover just as you're dropping the coin with your thumb by releasing its pressure. So your other thumb's going to go through this big hole, if you will. Your fingers will cover, and when you let go of your thumb, it just drops right there into your finger position for the palm. You take this away, turn this hand down, put it at your side. This hand is going to come forward as a gesture, so all attention can go on here, like you're crumbling that coin down to nothingness until it completely vanishes. And that's how you do the French drop. Hey, quick question for you. Would you like to see some more coin magic? If so, do me a favor, leave a comment for me down below. I'm always down there communicating with you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of your comments. Hey, if you are new here, I hope you would consider subscribing and clicking on that like button and giving me a thumbs up. Until next week, remember, you gotta have fun, you'll live longer. If you haven't been down in the comments before, get down there and communicate with me through the web.